I just spent a week traveling in Barcelona, Spain. I met a lot of great people, had a really fun time, and when I've told people that I'm going to travel for a long time, the most common question I get is, how are you going to afford it? Or who's paying for it? You see, I think when it comes to travel, cost is the most common concern for people, and it's the biggest deterrent for people to travel and do, what they've always dreamed of doing. So I'm going to break down my expenses for the week that I spent in Barcelona so you can see for yourself how much it costs to have a great time. We'll start with the most important item on the list, accommodation. I spent a total of 6 nights in Barcelona and stayed in hostels the whole time. I think when people think of hostels, they get the wrong idea. They might think of it as dirty or, kind of run down, just a bunch of beds in a room, but that wasn't my experience. All the hostels I stayed in were very clean, the staff was very friendly, the amenities were great, free Wi-Fi, some served dinner and breakfast for free, and I met a lot of cool people. In one hostel, they would even do the laundry for me for a small fee, and one of them even did it for me for free. My average cost for staying in these hostels was 12 euros a night. Okay, on to food. The first hostel I stayed at, breakfast was free, and for the other hostels, the staff cooked breakfast for us every morning, and for this we paid 2 euros and 50 cents each morning. Dinner my first night was a quarter of a chicken, fries, salad, and a Coke for 7 euros 80 cents. I also ate at a cafe my first day and spent 6 euros, although I got ripped off because I asked for water and they charged me 2 euros and 50 cents for that. The bottle was this big. The other 5 nights, the hostel prepared dinner for us, home-cooked meals, which was free. I ate out 2 or 3 times besides this, totaling around 25 euros. I also bought a smoothie at the airport for 6 euros. If you like to cook, every hostel that I stayed at has a kitchen where you can prepare your meal and you can even store it in the fridge. Okay, on to what most of you might like to do when you travel: going out, partying, drinks. In the hostels that I stayed at, the staff took us out on their own to all the bars and clubs in town. At the bars, we got free shots upon entering, and then for the clubs, normally there's an expensive cover charge, but because the staff knew the owners, we got in for free. In total, I spent about 25 euros on drinks for the week. Now, what travel experience would not be complete without some sightseeing? My favorite site was the Sagrada Familia, which is the most popular site to see in Spain. The entrance fee was 13 euros. The Labyrinth Park that I went to, which I highly recommend, entry fee for that was 2 euros 50 cents. Park Güell was free after 6 p.m. Montjuic was free. The beach was free. On Sunday, the museums were free. For shopping, I bought a pair of pants from H&M for 19 euros 99 cents. I bought a notebook for 6 euros. And I also bought a SIM card for 15 euros, which ended up being pointless for me. For transportation, I bought a ticket on the underground tram, which cost me 10 euros and lasted me the whole week. The bus that I took from the airport and to the airport at the beginning and the end of the week cost me 7 euros 50 cents total. And in case that I forgot anything, let's just add another 50 euros, just in case. So the grand total for the week was 278 euros and 29 cents. Now, given the current exchange rate from dollars to euros of 1.12, that's around $312. If you work waiting tables and you make an average of $100 a night, that means you would have to work 10 days in order to afford your plane ticket if it costs $1,000 like mine did. And you would have to work an additional 3.5 days to afford the week in Spain. Now, depending on where you go, what you choose to do, obviously your trip can be more expensive, or in a lot of cases it can be a lot cheaper. The point is, cost should never be the reason why you decide not to travel. Now, I did this without planning and without preparation. When I arrived to the airport, I had no place to stay that night, and I did not know how to get from the airport to the city. I think that if travel is something you want to do, you should dream first and let the details sort themselves out later. If you can focus on the motivation behind your dreams, you will develop the momentum to overcome any challenge along the way. Oh, and before I forget, I bought a bottle of wine, 80 cents.